Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you guys are new here. This is Tiffany and today I am bringing you guys a what's for dinner video. This is going to be a mixture of some videos that I pre-filmed a long time ago, but I just thought, you know what, I need to share these. I've had these saved forever. I have been like slacking in the cooking department lately because life is busy and sometimes you just got to buy the easy stuff and throw it together. Sometimes you don't feel like filming. Sometimes it's just utter chaos, and that is just life. And that is the way I've been. I'm wanting to get back on track with this because I do enjoy sharing this with you guys. I hope it helps somebody and that they can relate and know that like you don't have to make big gourmet meals to provide for your family. As long as they're being fed, as long as they get something they'll eat, something that has some nutrition in it, then that's awesome. So you guys, today I'm sharing with you some super easy meals. I hope you guys enjoy this. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Say hey in the comments, and as always, know that I appreciate you guys so much. So with further ado, let's get started. Okay, you guys, this recipe is just something I'm going to call winging it. I actually cooked this a while back, and I made it up as I went. So I'm hoping I can tell you right. But this was that meat that I got on special at Save-A-Lot forever and a day ago, and I put it in the freezer and stored it, and then I cut this up. I was just trimming all of the excess fat off here because I just can't even deal with that. But I'm making something called Philly steak mac and cheese, and literally I am coming up with it as I go because sometimes that's just how it rolls. So I'm adding some vinegar here, and like I said, this is my own concoction. I don't even know at this point what I was doing that day, but I added in 2 tablespoons of the vinegar. I'm always add in garlic powder. I always add in onion powder, things like that. I'm adding in some pepper here. And this is just kind of like a marinade for this steak. And I'm adding in some baking soda. And then I'm adding in some onion powder here because I already added the garlic powder in. And then I'm adding in some salt. And Worcestershire sauce. And I think I said it right that time. And so I'm just going to mix all this together, you guys. And I'm going to let the steak kind of like marinate in this. I added some extra water into this, a couple cups of water. I'm going to stir it together. Then we're going to stick the steak into this. That way it gives it a nice, like, I don't know, not caramelized, but some type of sauce to like give it a little bit of flavor. So I don't even remember if I found this on the internet or what, but here I am using some onions up. Mix that meat in with that, and you could marinate it longer obviously, but I'm trying to speed things up. So I'm just going to layer that into my pan, and I'm going to cook it till it's nice and brown and cooked through. In the other pan, I'm going to make like a roux. Is that what you would call it? So I'm mixing half and half with some flour. And you guys, a lot of times I don't use the proper measuring spoon. That's why you'll see me like doing like 80 different things. So if it's like a half a cup, you'll see me doing a whole bunch of like smaller cups. So I'm mixing some garlic powder, some pepper, and some butter. This is very similar to like if you were going to make chicken Alfredo in a sense, like the Alfredo sauce. I don't normally add flour into my macaroni and cheese mixture, but in this situation I am, just because I'm thickening this. So here we are back at the pan, just mixing all of this stuff around, making sure it's all cooked through. And this ended up turning out really, really good, by the way. It's just using up stuff we already had on hand. That's like the biggest thing I like to do. So you guys, nothing's complete in life without cheese. So I don't know why I'm measuring this because I don't normally measure cheese. I just eyeball it, that and garlic powder. So I'm just melting some cheese into this roux. And I've already cooked the noodles over there if you can't see. I'm cooking the noodles, just boiled water, added the pasta to it. And I'm going to get this all stirred together really nice. And then of course we're going to combine it with the macaroni. As you can see, I've already drained the macaroni, done that part, and this is really good. I usually always go back in and add extra garlic powder because garlic salt or garlic powder because I like things with extra garlic powder. So I'm just going to mix this together till it's nice and creamy. And then we'll go back to the steak in just a second. Okay, you guys, so as you can see, the steak is now done, and it's all nice and brown, probably over browned, but that's all right. I like my steak well done. Most people don't. They like it medium well in our house, but I don't like any pink. So the pasta is done, and I don't have the clip of where this combines, but I could just combine this kind of together. And then I put a little bit of cheese because, like I said, I'm using up what I had in the fridge. So I put a little bit of cheese on that. So it was like you could serve it on the side or add it together. The kids like theirs mixed together, so that's what we did. And the best way to melt your cheese is to kind of let the stove be hot. Did I just say that the right way? Let the stove kind of like where it's warm already and where it's been on. You can put a cover back over it, and that way it'll melt the cheese really nice without burning it. So that was dinner this evening, and like I said, it turned out great. So this next one that we are making, this one is totally different, you guys. I was going to make a whole video on ramen noodle casseroles, but I didn't because Ryan was like, please no. So here I'm taking 4 packs of the beef flavored ramen noodles. I'm taking a bottle of spaghetti sauce, a pound of ground beef or ground turkey, whatever you want, 2 cups of mozzarella cheese, and 3.5 cups of water. We're going to preheat the oven to 400 degrees, spray our 9x13 dish, and then you're going to set the packets aside. Break up 4 packs of the ramen noodles, spread them all over the bottom like I'm doing here. Then once that meat is done browning and cooking through, we're going to put that on top of the noodles. I can't talk tonight. Pour the bottle of spaghetti sauce over the top of them. Then you're going to sprinkle 1 of the beef seasoning packets over the top of the sauce, and you can save the other ones for another time because you just don't want to overdo it with all that. And then sprinkle the cheese over the top, and then pour the water over everything. And I was so hesitant about this water part because I thought, oh my gosh, it's going to be so runny and disgusting that it's not going to turn out right, but it didn't at all. And then you're going to cover it with aluminum foil and bake it for 40 to 50 minutes until the water is absorbed. And then you can add more cheese on top of it and put it back in for another 7 to 10 minutes till it's all nice and bubbly. You guys, I'm not kidding. This turned out like I had no idea what this was going to turn into. I figured everybody was going to go, oh my gosh, what is mom doing now? And it turned out so good that I continued making spaghetti at different times with the ramen noodles because I don't know how to describe the texture in this. It turned out perfect, absolutely perfect, and this had the right amount of flavor. It was so easy, it was so cheap, and just perfect. So, you guys, this is going to be a win in our house. Okay guys, this is self-explanatory. This is something that we have sometimes more than once a week because, tacos are life. I could eat Mexican food every day. Plus I love Italian. But this is just one of those go-tos for us. We love to make tacos. I love to amp them up with green chilies now. You can really do any type of like thing that you want to do with tacos. So I'm sharing this super basic, budget friendly, cost effective meal with you because you can just do whatever you want with these. You can use ground turkey, ground beef. You could add green chilies. You can add rotel. You can add diced tomatoes. Really, I mean, the options are limitless. But I like to add green chilies into this. I like to add refried beans because what it does when you add the refried beans is it thickens it. And I didn't have enough meat out for this night. So I thought, why don't we flavor this up a little bit? We'll add some green chilies into this and we'll add some refried beans. That will not only thicken it, it will add some fiber, some nutrients, things like that, a vegetable in a sense, and perfect. And then always we use Instant Pot for our rice. I use the jasmine rice, usually from Sam's Club. I just put it in for 7 minutes. Depends on how much you want to cook. It's based on your water. And then you season it, and that's it. That's dinner. So this is like a totally different meal. Once again, we're just playing around here in the kitchen on a night that we have stuff to use up. So I'm making like a macaroni type thing. I'm adding diced tomatoes. I'm adding tomato soup, and I do not like tomato soup. I had some ground beef that I cooked, just a pound of beef, and I already drained all the nastiness out of it. I'm adding some seasonings in here, some salt, some pepper. We're going to add some Worcestershire sauce. I didn't measure it because I don't like to measure things. Black pepper, because we always got to use pepper. Pepper and garlic powder are 2 things we love. So we're just adding that. I'm not measuring it. I'm just sprinkling it in there. And you know, you can add whatever you want for what you make. I'm adding some minced garlic, just a couple tablespoons here. And then I have got the elbow macaroni. I don't like to overdo it because sometimes you can get too much of that in there. So I'm just scooping it out. And like I said, when I measure things, I don't measure like with the full cup size. I use like 1/4 a cup. So that's why it looks like I'm adding so much. So I'm just adding a few cups here. And then I'm going to add some beef broth to this. Probably a couple cups here. Like I said, I don't have this wrote down. I was just winging this and trying to see what we could come up with on this specific night. So I apologize for not having the proper amount to tell you, but usually it's 2 cups. Sometimes I have to add a little bit more if I feel like it's going to get a little too dried out. And then I'm adding a little tiny bit of brown sugar. I know that's a totally weird thing. I'm adding an onion that I've diced up. And then we will add some cheese into this when it's done cooking. And I know this is weird, but we're going to add some French fried onions and just give it some flavor. Easy dinner. Serve it with salad. Serve it with some rolls. Serve it with a vegetable. That is the beauty of it being your kitchen. You can create whatever you want with what you have and amplify the flavor with, you know, your own seasonings, your own tastes, preferences, things like that. But this ended up being a hit, and I love that because it was practical, it was budget friendly, and it was just stuff we already had that we needed to use up. Okay guys, I wanted to share a couple really fun products that were sent to me because I don't know about you, but I'm constantly in my kitchen cooking, cleaning, all the mess. And one of my biggest things that I have issues with is stuff like this. Stuff like this. And it should normally come off, and I'll soak it with not baking grease, with baking soda, stuff like that. And eventually it comes out, especially with my sweet little caraway pans. So my pans are so special, and I don't want to ruin them because like I know that if I take care of them, but I know sometimes Ryan and other people in the house will mess the pan up. So anyway, this brand, TMEDW, they have like an Amazon store, and they have lots of practical products that are very inexpensive, like pan scrapers. They have like the meat to stir your meat with that breaks it up. They have all kinds of stuff. So they sent me this because they must have read my mind. I was literally in here last week about to like throw my pan away. So it's got like a little food scraper. See, it's got this little gripper. So you can sit and do that smoothly. And then in this also is this one, which I'm super excited about. This is like heavy duty, guys. So this has got stainless steel on it. Look at this. Look how pretty this is. And it's got this rubber grip. and it's like, it's the real deal. So this is awesome because I can just rinse this off. I don't know if you've ever used those other ones. I can't remember what they were. My mom always used to buy those like woolly type things, and it have blue stuff and it get all over the place. And I swear those are the weirdest thing. I can't remember what those were called. I know some of you know what they're called, but anyway, they sent me this. So this is gonna go in my little tray I've had over here since like the beginning of my YouTube channel. And so what's cool about this, I didn't even realize that till just now. This little thing in the middle is magnetic, so it easily scrapes the food off. So I want to do this. Guys, this is so cute. This is a product I can honestly say I've never owned. Not like a real legitimate product of this. My mom growing up, because she's the cook, she always kept like a jar in the fridge. I think Ryan's mom, I think Tammy's watching, she kept, I think, something like a cup or something. We always did that. My grandmother always did because she cooked everything from scratch. So they kept a bacon grease container where they would save the grease. It may be, I don't even know if my mom may have used sausage grease. I don't really remember. I used to think it was the grossest thing, but when she made those green beans, you know, that bacon grease just added so much flavor. So Ryan is big on saving it. And I have never had a container. So you guys, I love the farmhouse look. I love white and black. So this matches like my little signs in my kitchen. So this is what that is. It's a bacon grease container. So it's got this. Here's the container. Here's the mesh strainer to get like the gross stuff out. And then it's got a little lid. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? This is just, oh my gosh, it's so cute. So I think they had, let's see what color they had. So the other one is red. So look how cute that is. And it comes with a spatula. So even if you don't want to save like bacon fat, if you don't cook a lot of bacon, because Ryan makes real bacon and real sausage. I make the turkey stuff, so there's not much left over in that. But you can even use it for oil. After you're cooking with oil, you can take, like to reuse it, you can strain it out of a pan and pour it through the strainer. The spatula will help get that off there to loosen that up, loosen all that crusty stuff, or, you know, and it'll go through the strainer. And this is 46 ounces. So this is one hefty container. Plus, look how cute that is. You know what else this also reminds me of? This looks like a coffee cup for me. Like, this is my size coffee cup, you guys. I just think it's cute. So I'm super excited about this because I do use cooking oil all the time because I can't use a cooking spray on these pans. So I think whether Ryan takes it over as the bacon fat container or I take it over as like the oil, like I think that's a genius idea because it will also add flavor to it. So, and it's tightly sealed. So really, really cute. And this is on Amazon. I will put all of these links below. I'm really happy with it. I mean, I've never been so excited for a container in my adult life as I am for this. I just thought it was too cute. So you guys, what's even more awesome, if any of you are interested in this, which it's very inexpensive to begin with, or if you think that this would be a good gift for somebody, especially somebody that cooks. Like, I'm gonna share this with my sweet friend Mama Mel, because I guarantee you Mama Mel could use this in her kitchen, because she is a chef. But that, and then the scrubber, you guys, the scrubber that comes with the mini scraper, which is awesome for your kitchen and it's super inexpensive. They're sending me a 10% code, so you can check them out, see if you're interested. I don't get anything from it. I just wanted to share it with you because I love discount codes of any kind. I use them. I search the internet for them. So anytime somebody gives me a code, I'm going to share it with you guys. So I'm going to share the discount code down below. If you want to check them out, awesome. And I just wanted to show that product. Okay, my friends, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you will subscribe if you're new. Like I said, say hey in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have an awesome day. Bye.